very good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, Edo State capital. I am Evelyn Izibili, and now to the news in details. The new Edo Line Transport Company officially commenced operations this Saturday, 26 July 2025, with its maiden commercial trip departing from the Benin City Central Terminal by 10:05 a.m. shortly after the monthly environmental sanitation exercise. Our correspondent reports that the turnout for the first day of operation was impressive. Our senior reporter Bess Art has details.
As early as 6 o'clock on Saturday morning, passengers trooped to the Benin City terminal of the new Edo Line Transport Company. Although there was a temporary shutdown of vehicular movement due to the monthly environmental sanitation exercise, travelers were willing to wait to enjoy the air-conditioned buses. The first bus, heading to the Center of Excellence, Lagos State, departed the terminal at exactly 5 minutes after 10 in the morning, and the next bus took passengers to Delta State. The drivers, who before now were trained by officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps and certified as qualified drivers, expressed satisfaction with the vehicle's roadworthiness and assured passengers of a smooth, safe journey while counting on God for a safe trip.
I feel good, and I feel honored, I feel pleasure to work with Edo Line. It's been a long waiting exercise, so I'm glad it's finally here, and I hope to see more turn up, and the passengers, they are great. It's going to be a safe trip. Definitely, it will be a safe trip because that's what Edo Line is all about.
With a relatively fair price from other privately owned transportation companies, passengers were seen happily purchasing their tickets and waiting patiently to board. Passengers on board who spoke shortly before departure confirmed that they were satisfied with the vehicle condition and customer service experience at the terminal, with overall heartfelt gratitude to Governor Monday Okpebolo for reviving the once dead Edo Line Transport Company and called for regular maintenance of the vehicle as at when due to enhance continuous patronage.
It's a real pleasure to be the first passenger to enter Edo Line. With the coming back of this beautiful edifice, or what do I call it, I am too happy. We were so sad that Edo Line was just gone like that. But I want to say kudos to this government.
The pressure for being among the first passenger to board vehicle from this very new Edo Line to Delta State. So it's my pressures. I pray that God Almighty should bless the amiable governor to do more for the Edo peoples.
The only important thing is that when I try to maintain the bus, she gets so, because as we enter this bus, and most of different buses now, once they walk for long now, the bus they die. Some masses, some way they on top, they chop the money, they repair. That's why mostly customers do the line one come that park if the bus don't they die. Now they try to maintain the bus. If the bus they didn't maintain, people they like come.
In a recent interview, the managing director, New Edo Line Transport Company, Ms. Imwetinya Otwamagi, assured the people of Edo State of customer satisfaction, quality service, and safety.
At New Edo Line, safety, security, and comfort are watchwords. Safety is of course paramount to us, and to make sure that our passengers feel safe, secure, and to make sure that they actually trust us. We're letting the world know that our drivers are well trained.
The new Edo Line Transport Company is part of the state government's broader plan to revive public transportation and reduce travel hardship for citizens. Daily trips are expected to expand progressively across intercity and interstate routes in the coming weeks. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The political strength of the APC in the Edo State House of Assembly received a significant boost again on Friday following the defection of two lawmakers, the member representing Ovio Northeast Constituency, the second, Honorable Andrew Edobo Uzamere, and member representing Igwebe Constituency, Honorable Eugene Inegbebo, from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, into the fold of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Edo State Chapter. BeeTv News Best Orator reports that the lawmakers were welcomed into the APC at the party secretariat along Ikpopan Road of Sapele Road, Benin City, by the leaders of the APC led by the state chairman, Emperor Jarrett Tenebe.
Busy food. Congratulations and welcome.
Presentation of broom, the symbol of the APC, to the two former PDP lawmakers in Edo State House of Assembly, the member representing Ovia North-East Constituency 2, Honorable Andrew Edobo Ozame, and the member representing Igwebe Constituency, Honorable Eugene Inegbebo, by the chairman of the All Progressives Congress Edo State, Imperial Jarrett Tenebe. In a remark, Imperial Jarrett Tenebe welcomed the lawmakers from the PDP to the APC. He said their decision is not only significant, but also reflects the clear vision and developmental strides of Senator Monday Okpebholo, the executive governor of Edo State. He stated that the governor, since assumption of office, has been committed to initiating policies that serve the people first, and it is the very clear commitment that is attracting credible and forward-thinking leaders into the party, and urged Edo people to continue to give the governor all the support he needs, noting that the APC remains focused and united to move the state and country forward.
We urge all Edo citizens to continue to give our government the full support and enable environment he needs to implement his bold, dynamic, and people-centered program. Today's defection is a powerful signal that Edo is moving in the right direction, and that the APC is the undeniable political home for leaders with purpose, integrity, and a passion for service. Honorable Eugene Inegbebo Esquire and Honorable Andrew Ozame, your coming is a reinforcement of what we stand for. We are not just welcoming two lawmakers, we are welcoming two proven leaders whose experience will further enrich our party's vision and grassroots reach. Let us all take today as a reminder that the strength of the APC lies not just in our members, but in our unity, our discipline, and our shared belief in a better Edo.
On his part, the Speaker of Edo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, said the APC has fully taken over the House. He expressed optimism that before September this year, the APC must have taken over the whole Assembly, as the remnant PDP will completely join the APC.
I'm sure before the end of September, it will be the one-party House. So, Mr. Chairman, I want to submit them to you so that the work will be easy for us. As I have said, the more the merrier.
Responding, the member representing Igwebe constituency, Honorable Eugene Inegbebo, thanked the APC for welcoming him into the party, noting that with him joining the APC, Igwebe is settled for the party, adding that the forthcoming by-election in Edo Central Senatorial District will be a walkover for the APC. On his part, member representing Ovia North-East Constituency 2, Honorable Andrew Edobo Ozame, thanked Governor Okpebholo and leaders of the party for the opportunity to join the APC. He promised to work and support the party.
I thank the APC family for welcoming us into their fold, and I can assure you, with me coming on board the APC, Igwebe is settled. Especially all the time, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Okpebholo, for this opportunity. Quite delighted to join him and other leaders of the state for good governance of this state, and most especially the development of communities.
The APC also received a prominent chieftain of the from Oluku Ward, Honorable Sazel Waifo, who promised to work for the progress of the party.
As you join, good things will continue to come your way. You are welcome to the party.
In an interview with newsmen, the defectors Honorable Andrew Edobo Ozame, who is representing Ovia North-East Constituency 2 at the State House of Assembly, and Honorable Eugene Inegbebo, member representing Igwebe Constituency and the leader from Oluku Ward, Honorable Sazel Waifo, said they joined the party in the interest of their people to team up with Governor Monday Okpebholo to take the state forward.
I see that this is progressive, and that's the reason why we are joining the All Progressive Congress to work with the governor, most distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo. I chose to work with my brother, the governor, the working governor of Edo State, who talks less and works more. So I want to work with him to bring development to my people.
You see the massive development that is going on across the state. So we have all the reason to join forces with him so we can move Edo State forward.
Some leaders of the APC present at the ceremony include the State Secretary of the party, Engineer Lawrence Oka, Deputy Woman Leader Haija Memuna Momodu, the Deputy Speaker, Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Samoyi Atu, Majority Leader of the House, Honorable Jonathan Ibamawo, Member representing Uhunde constituency, Honorable KC Osamoyi, Member representing Oriomo 2 constituency, Honorable Bright Iyamu, amongst others. The addition of Honorable Andrew Edobo Uzamere and Eugene Inegbebo now brings the total number of APC members in the House to 20, with PDP having 4 members. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Some residents in Ikpoba-Awka local government of Edo State were arrested by Environmental Sanitation Task Force officers for non-compliance and violation of no movement restriction during the sanitation period. BeeTv News Osarige Agwebo, who monitored the environmental sanitation in Ikpoba-Awka local government area, reports that the non-compliant residents were arrested for defying the sanitation exercise, caught walking on major roads during the exercise.
I clean everywhere, even down. We don't clean down for that side. Now this road side, now we can't do now.
That was the arrest of some residents in Upper Sokumba in Ikpoba-Awka local government area who failed to comply with the monthly sanitation exercise as they were caught walking on the roads heading to their business place while the exercise was still ongoing. Though the news crew observed low participation of residents in some areas, as some of them were waiting for the exercise to end so that they can go about their daily activities. However, residents in other areas, which include St. Saviour, Akpata Street, beside Area Command, and residents along Maria Goroti Road actively participated in the exercise.
Exactly.
Some residents who participated in keeping their environment clean expressed satisfaction with the monthly sanitation, noting that they were glad to clean their environment.
We are working environmental. Now they say this governor, now he empower us. That's now power to do this work. Now what you see now what they do now. I greet you, my brother.
Every month now, so this street they do. What made this street they clean? That's why everybody they come out. As you see, so will come out many. So what thing the next thing we say, we want make government come do this road small. Even though they no go tire, made and grade down, so it go slope so that if the grass come out, it go feel clear and well. Because this street, I like and since when I did this street, almost up to 20 years, this street I enjoy them. That's why if they do anything, they come out as it's here. So everybody different trap 9 day here, different trap. We thank us and I can't leak us here. I beg me not let us government know say this roadway they here no good.
We dey do environmental steady, but government, we need government help badly. If not state or if not local government, we need their help. Because whatever when they come from the other side, now here they follow, enter mode. See my Kagel is here, we coordinate all of us for this street for the two times when they don't do it now, we don't do it. Since when you start on May 31st, we dey do this environmental.
As the white man says, cleanliness is next to godliness. So we cannot live in a dirty environment. So it's not by force that government must force you to clean your sanity. At least we have conscience. We're supposed to do it ourselves. So this morning I came out on my own. So it's a part of exercise to participate in this cleaning. So I'm not regretting it. It's a welcome development.
Meanwhile, the secretary to Ikpoba-Awka local government area who led the environmental sanitation task force, Comrade Nusa Omori, expressed satisfaction with resident participation in the exercise. He noted that those apprehended will serve community service.
Very impressed. We've been outside this morning and we have few defaulters. So it is our aim to come out this morning to ensure that we carry out the law of our state governor to ensure that we have safer Edo and also have safer Ikpoba-Awka. So we as a council, we believe that the cleanliness must begin with us before the residents. And we started from the council. So we also have task force. Our task force is also around. We also have the health officers. We have the waste managers to ensure that debris is being taken out from the gutters and others. So today, the turnout is very, very impressive.
Several roads were barricaded by policemen stationed at various points. Osarogie Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
As part of efforts to promote a cleaner and healthier environment across Edo State, the monthly environmental exercise held on Saturday, 26 July 2025. The exercise witnessed partial compliance in Ego local government area. BeeTv News' God Gift Omone brings us more.
A visit to Uselu, Ogida, Texaime Road, Adolo Access and Medical Stores Road, all in Ego local government area of Edo State, revealed that most people did not participate in the exercise, although a number of residents and shop owners were seen sweeping their surroundings, clearing blocked drains and gathering waste for disposal. A significant portion of the population, however, did not show so much interest as there was a low turnout of residents. It was gathered that few others carried out cleaning exercise in support of a cleaner Edo State by Okpebolo's administration.
We can't sweep everywhere fine, and I like them very neat. If they say environment are not there now, maybe we for not see chance to sweep all this place where they sweep. So I like them.
People does the came, but it's not fair. When they arrest you, check your shade. It's bad. From there you are begging, which is not good.
Away from Edo State, where you reach Benin, we meet environmental. There, as a good citizen of Nigeria, you need to park and follow the law.
I mean, this is past years they don't do this kind of exercise, but now this exercise came up. I was very happy. But now people have known that there's really environment in the state. We can't move anyhow.
However, there was heavy visible enforcement presence from the Environmental Health Department and security agencies that restricted vehicular and human movement, and as well as sanctioned defaulters. Meanwhile, waste collection in some areas was delayed as refuse evacuated by residents, market and business owners was left unattended to on time due to the slow pace of collection trucks in reaching those areas at a press time. Although the waste collection trucks were seen patrolling and picking up waste evacuated by residents in some other areas. The acting chairman of Ego local government area, Honorable Kelvin Egwakun, monitored the local government area to ensure compliance.
I have a responsibility to ensure that Ego is one of the cleanest in Edo State, and we're ensuring that we're enforcing the environmental law. So far so good. The level of compliance has been good, and so we are trying to see other areas if they are complying, and that's why you see we are moving from one point to another. But so far so good, it has been good, and the compliance has been better.
Also speaking, the chief security officer of Ego local government area said defaulters will be taken to the mobile court because, according to him, to achieve a cleaner Edo State requires collective responsibility.
The sanitation is very good. We thank our governor, Monday, Senator Okpebolo, the Otokinadu governor, and by the grace of God, the Ego local government chairman is still trying. He's working like the governor because we want to put Ego in the forefront. We want to make Ego remain as before so that we keep Ego clean. The offenders we are arresting, we are carrying them to mobile court so that if they find guilty, they are going to prosecute them for it. So that next time, all these people will show lesson to other people.
Though Ego local government area recorded partial compliance in the July edition of the monthly environmental sanitation, the efforts of the local authorities, environmental officers and some responsible residents reflect a shared commitment towards achieving a cleaner and healthier environment. Authorities, however, emphasize the need for greater community participation in subsequent exercises to sustain the vision of a cleaner Edo State under the leadership of Governor Monday Okpebolo. Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
There was full compliance and participation in the monthly environmental sanitation in parts of Oredo local government area, which was monitored by our news crew. BeeTv News Osarage Agube reports that security operatives, including the police and Edo State Environmental Sanitation Task Force, were deployed to apprehend non-compliant residents. The report is presented by Best Orito.
Today na Bremeta, so na hot one. So now I make everybody how someone where they street
Now everybody come out.
I drive around major roads in Oedo local government area, Benin City, Edo State, including the Obavorame Square, popularly known as Ring Road, Ibiwe Street, Akpakpava, Donsing, and other areas, revealed the high level of compliance by residents, as shops and various establishments were under lock during the sanitation hour. Residents in the adjoining roads and other areas actively participated in the environmental sanitation exercise.
You know what I
Security operatives, including the police, were deployed to various posts along the roads, while the Edo State Oedo Environmental Sanitation Task Force, led by the acting chairman, monitored the exercise in various streets, as some persons who violated the restriction order were arrested by the task force.
We are here today and we are doing our job effectively.
Some residents who participated in the exercise praised Governor Monday Okpebholo for reintroducing the monthly sanitation exercise, noting that it enabled them to clean their environment.
Today na bremeter, so na hot one. So now make everybody house someone where they this street. Now everybody come out so that make you see them say house people where they for the street. So you just come out, you do the work. So I'm using hand, so I'm using cutlass, so I'm using shovel. So now we do them so. Hey, they maintain our perimeter, so now they help us.
Very happy for what is going on today. In fact, this thing is already been happening in Lagos. If we are doing this, and I will advise every youth, it's not about only the road. Every street, get a youth, maintain the streets so that everywhere will look so nice.
There are some people that is not doing this thing. I think this environmental Saturday environmental is very nice because it helps the gutter. Because anytime rain falls, the gutter will just flush once. Understand? So I think this exercise is very good. I commend Okpebholo for that.
The environmental sanitation, which started by 7 a.m., ended by 10 a.m. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Roadside food vending in Benin City, particularly in unapproved and poorly regulated locations, has raised growing concerns over hygiene standard and the potential public health risk associated with such practices. A street-level assessment across key areas, including Obo Market Road, Iyaro Axis, and Useluk Borwo, reveals that many vendors operate in unsanitary conditions.
What I believe in life, one way closed, another better doors open. That's my life.
Hygiene should be one of the primary concerns and objectives of every human being, although food vendors are a hindrance to a good health. It has, however, been observed that food is often prepared and sold next to open drains, heaps of refuse, or exposed to vehicular dust and fumes. In most instances, clean water sources are unavailable, with several vendors observed using recycled or visibly dirty water for cooking or washing utensils. Residents expressed worry over the health implications of consuming food from such vendors, citing recurring incidents of stomach upset, food poisoning, and diarrhea diseases, especially amongst children and low-income earners who rely on street food due to affordability.
So the problem is that what we are having, they used to expose food along the road, and it's not supposed to be so. There's a way you're supposed to package food. Most of the time, people will come and say, I need this, I need that. That is not supposed to be so. Supposed to go there, request what you want to get, they give it to you, you go. It's not good for everybody to be breathing into the food. So that's why most of people don't used to eat along the road.
Residents are calling on the Edo State government through the Ministries of Environment, Health and Local Government to initiate an urgent intervention strategy. Suggested measures include relocating food vendors to designated locations, government-approved mobile food courts with proper waste management systems, periodic health screenings for vendors.
Those food vendors, one, their food is not hygienic. So I will advise the government to put them off the road, off the streets, because it's not hygienic. It's dangerous to the health. So what is the need of them?
What I believe is that if the government can do it, they can build a place designated for such persons. When they have a land, build little shops for them, you know. Then those are selling by the roadside, they can get a place there, sell their products. That's the only way they can help them. Because if you say, okay, let's let them, you know, drive them and they will go home doing nothing, how would they be able to feed their family and be able to fend for themselves? So I believe that government can build, get an area of land, you know, build a place, little shops for them to, you know, sell their products.
Yeah, the government can just give the instructive, this is what they will do. If they can have a caravan, it's something that can use to provide to protect the food. It will be better, man. They will give them warning. This is not how it's supposed to be, because what that God is so you. It's not supposed to be a kind of something that fly will be coming, everybody will be talking into it. It's not supposed to be so.
As a citizen of Nigeria, I'll ask them to stop, and I will say the government to step into this case, because some person just sell on the roadside and they don't even eat what they are selling. They just endanger the citizens' health. You know, there are a lot of sickness and we don't even know where it's coming from. It's from those gutter foods we buy, not me, excluding me, people buy. And you know, if you watch those people very well, they don't eat what they are selling. They just sell it to the citizen. So I would say the government should step into that particular and make sure that there's no roadside seller selling close to a gutter or a waste, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy naturally.
As health and sanitation concerns continue to rise, residents are urging a collaborative framework involving environmental health officers, local government councils, market associations, and public health educators to address the growing risk posed by roadside food vending in unauthorized and unhygienic locations. Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
The 27 victims in Plateau State of the Jebu Bindi attack, who were gruesomely murdered in the Riom local government area of the state, have been laid to rest in a mass burial. The burial witnessed a large turnout of the residents within and outside the community.
Jos, the Plateau State capital, was thrown into mourning when the corpses of the 27 victims, including women and children, were taken from the morgue to the community. The atmosphere in the Riom Council area was a sad one, as residents, both men and women, and children, could not hold their emotions but cried bitterly as they bid farewell to their loved ones.
Like the governor assured Riom local government, no inch of your land will be taken. Government is doing everything possible to ensure that even those lands that have been taken are recovered by the grace of God.
This thing cannot continue like this. These are corpses of innocent people. What did they do? Nothing. We cannot allow this to happen again. This I say, and it is factual, is the last time we are going to have this in Birom land. We can't afford it.
Why? Only Birom land? Why on the plateau? Can you look at this number of innocent women and men, children? My God, arise! Let the blood of the innocent cry for vengeance.
An open-field Christian burial service was observed in honor of the deceased. So much was said by the various speakers during the funeral rites, ranging from the local community to the local and state government on the insecurity witnessed in the areas. Their remains were then taken after the burial service to the gravesite for the mass burial. As Soha or Semekye reporting for BeeTv News.
The federal government has launched a major initiative to equip young Nigerians with digital skills. The partnership between the Ministry of Youth Development and the Nigerian Data Protection Commission aims to train 1 million youth and women in digital literacy and data privacy.
In a world where data is not described as a new oil, the Nigerian government is ensuring the most vibrant population, the youth, is not left behind at the official launch of the Youth Data Protection Awareness and Training Program. The Ministry of Youth Development and Nigeria's Data Protection Commission pledged to train at least 1 million Nigerian youths and women in digital skills and privacy protections.
The ability of this sector, of this ecosystem to create jobs. Section 32 of our law says that every data controller and processor in Nigeria must engage the service of a DPO.
Today, think with us. We can do it better. Watch online Let us make use of our time. All those times that we spent, including myself, on social platforms. This program is for you. You are the architect of digital age.
Presidential Advisor in Policy Coordination, Hadiza Bala Usman, stressed the need for inclusive digital governance, insisting the training will help build a data culture and close the skills gap, especially for marginalized groups.
By targeting 1 million youth and women and certifying 10,000 data protection officers, this program is laying a solid foundation for an empowered digital workforce. It's about opening doors to career in cybersecurity, compliance, technology, policy.
The group launched the initiative and also explained why young people need to understand their rights in an increasing data-driven world.
Empowerment, job creation, in the sense that there's a huge gap in terms of human capital in the data privacy ecosystem. This is one of such moves to bridge that gap. Also to create entrepreneurship in Nigeria.
Our focus is again and again to support the young people. Our focus is to empower the young people productively. Human capital development, human capital empowerment, and also to support and protect the young people.
As Nigeria moves into a digital future, the initiative is key investment in youth promoting digital skills and protecting rights, creating opportunities. Freeman Usawi reporting for BeeTv News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appealed to power generation companies to give the federal government more time to complete the verification and validation of long-standing debts owed to them. During a meeting with members of the Association of Power Generation Companies, led by Colonel Sani Bello, retired at the Presidential Villa in Abuja, the president assured them of his administration's commitment to resolving the liquidity challenges in the power sector. The special advisor to the president on energy, Oluvehinjin, disclosed that a 4 trillion naira bond program has received anticipatory approval from President Tinubu to address the liquidity shortfall in the sector.
Recognize the fact that without power, industrialization, and even human life is impossible. The power, I believe, is the most important discovery of humanity in the last 1,000 years. The economy will grow and we will consume more energy. We'll be in position to pay our debts. We'll give you papers to trade, and they will give you utilize to ensure continuity in the business.
If we look at it broadly, sir, it is a testimony to your modus operandi and your leadership, confronting long-standing, sticky, vexatious problems which some have avoided or ignored or been unable to deal with. Of course, that applies to your macroeconomic reforms. It applies, as we have heard, to the power sector and the long-standing debts since 2015 that nobody would deal with.
In Cross River State, 500 retired civil servants have received business grants of 500,000 naira each as part of the state government's new initiative to support life after retirement. The program is tagged the Retiree Entrepreneurship Development Initiative.
For many retirees in Nigeria, life after service brings more struggle than comfort, with pensions delayed, gratuity unpaid, and monthly payments too small to survive on. But in Cross River State, a new chapter is unfolding through the Retirees Economic Development Initiative Ready. The government is rewriting the story of life after service. 500 retired civil servants have just received a grant of 500,000 naira each, not as a handout but as a seed capital to launch small-scale businesses.
Since I retired 2022, in fact, this day is the nicest day that I have witnessed in my retirement life.
The grants they have given will go a long way in making things easier for us.
Representing Governor Bassey Detotu, the Deputy Governor Peter Agbeodi said the program is direct fulfillment of one of government's campaign promises to ensure no retiree is left out, is left behind.
I'd like to use this medium to assure the beneficiary of this grant of state government continued support to expand their businesses.
The State Commissioner for Commerce, alongside the Director General of Microenterprise Development Agency, described the initiative as a forward-thinking intervention.
It will spread to Central Senatorial District. It will move to Northern Senatorial District, so that the impact will be holistic. This expansion will bring empowerment wave, equipping more retirees with skills, grants, loans opportunity to start up their businesses, further strengthen our state economy.
Freeman Osawo reporting for BeeTv News.
Vice President Kashim Shettima has restated the federal government's unwavering resolve to reposition Nigeria's education sector. He affirmed that the administration of President Bola Tinubu will mobilize both public and private sector support to uplift institutions such as the University of Ibadan, Nigeria's premier university. This is just as the Vice President has been bestowed with the highest alumni honor of the University of Ibadan. UI at 75 Ambassador Plenipotentiary, he obtained a master's degree in agricultural economics in 1999 at the university.
That under the renewed hope agenda of the present administration, the President is determined to rescue the educational sector. And the students' loans facility is the first of its kind in addressing indigent students to fulfill their needs. That things are hard, and the President empathizes with the lot of the Nigerian people.
Those that are friends of the university, we made them UI at 75 Ambassador Extraordinary. And we thought that for the position, that you have assumed, and being an alumnus of our university, we exceptionally put you at a class. And the class is that we will, carry out the investiture and induct you as UI at 75 Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and you will be the only person to be done so.
As part of effort to promote science, technology and innovation, the federal government is distributing lesson educational tablets and science textbooks to selected primary and secondary schools across the 27 local government areas in Imo State. At a flag ceremony in Owerri, the NDDC commissioner representing Imo State said initiative aligns with the federal government's renewed hope agenda.
These are students, teachers and school heads from primary and secondary schools across Imo State assembled to receive a major boost to their learning environment. They are among the beneficiaries of 3,500 U-lesson educational tablets donated by the federal government under the initiative of the First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu in a partnership with the Niger Delta Development Commission.
There are 20 pieces in one carton.
The initiative is part of the NDDC's education initiative strategy under the broader renewed hope agenda aimed at advancing science, technology and digital literacy in the Niger Delta.
Imo State is known for its high education standard. Whether you schooled in Omanumak primary school or secondary school, or you schooled in Umona secondary school or Kibe, or you schooled in Izombe secondary school, or you schooled in Ohaji secondary school in Imo State. In Nigeria, we are counted among the first 10 as far as academics is concerned. This is a new innovation in educational teaching and learning globally. So the NDDC, in collaboration with the Office of the First Lady, is bringing it down to the people of the Niger Delta. It operates both offline and online.
In addition to the tablets, over 20,000 science-focused textbooks covering subjects like new mathematics, basic English, science and technology, and information technology are also being distributed to schools across the state. Students and educators say the resources will significantly enhance classroom teaching and learning.
I'm very happy that my school is one of the selected schools that benefiting from that books. I'm advising the people concerned to make use of what the governor and the president have given to them.
There are some things they can teach you in e-learning, but they can't teach you in class. So with the tablets, you can engage yourself in e-learning.
Really, I feel on top of the world, being a beneficiary of this thing that the government has brought to us.
Then NDDC says this initiative is being replicated across all 9 states in the Niger Delta with the aim of bridging the educational gap and fostering a generation of tech-savvy learners. Harmony Agbalfor reporting for BeeTv News.
The trend of micro and small businesses in Nigerian capital, Abuja, is becoming alarming, defacing the city and making it more of a market than the administrative capital it was designed to be. This phenomenon has not only become a common sight all over Abuja, but is fast redefining the perception of the city by both residents and visitors. BeeTv News' Esohel Usewenge completes the story.
The practice of selling goods on the streets or along roadways has become an increasingly visible feature in Abuja. Despite the city's status as a planned urban center with strict regulations, hawking persists as a daily survival strategy for many. At the Federal Secretariat, for instance, business of food items and other household commodities is patronized by people who work in the area. Although hawking is prohibited in the city center, many of the vendors, especially young people and women, resort to selling items such as snacks, drinks, electronics and clothing due to lack of gainful employment opportunities. Respondents speak on major factors driving this trend.
Me, my own problem is say as the country they had, may they just allow us more, they manage our life, they go. Anything what we see, more just they manage to survive with our children.
As women in the society, in the community, so we are strong to feed our children. But that's what they are always disturbing us.
People from economically disadvantaged backgrounds tend to migrate to Abuja in search of better quality of life, often setting up small businesses that largely thrive on hawking for survival. Hawking in Abuja reflects broader socio-economic challenges. Regulatory enforcement is necessary, while long-term measures must be taken to address poverty, unemployment, and inclusive urban planning. Esohel Usewenge reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the business news. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, and the Kano State government have reached a resolution on a long-standing legal dispute that have delayed the completion of the Kumbotso-Rimin-Zakara 330 kV transmission line. The agreement was finalized during a high-level meeting held on July 21st, 2025 by the Kano State Ministry of Land and Physical Planning. Let's join BeeTv News' Esohel Usewenge for details and more from the business world.
The dispute centered on land ownership and compensation issues which led to court cases and stalled progress on the project. Under the new agreement, the Kano State government will compensate individuals whose legal cases remain unresolved and will provide alternative land to other affected parties. The resolution eliminates the final obstacles to the completion of the transmission line, which is considered critical to enhancing power supply and supporting industrial development in northern Nigeria. The transmission company also called on the public to help protect power installations and report suspicious activities to the authorities. Vandalism of transmission and distribution infrastructure remains a challenge. In 2024, the federal government spent over 9 billion to restore damaged power infrastructure in northern Nigeria alone. Transcorp Hotels PLC reported a revenue of 47.57 billion for the half-year period ending June 30, 2025, marking a 60% increase from the 29.72 billion posted in the corresponding period in 2024. The company also recorded a 71% rise in gross profit, which grew from 21.19 billion in H1 2024 to 36.21 billion in H1 2025. The gross profit margin rose to 76%, despite the challenges posed by inflation and rising operational costs. This performance was supported by operational efficiencies, continued innovation, and the launch of a new 5,000-seat capacity Transcorp Center in Abuja. Transcorp Hotels plc is a hospitality subsidiary of Transnational Cooperation plc, with major investment including the Transcorp Hilton Abuja and the digital platform Aura by Transcorp Hotels. The company reaffirmed its commitment to sustaining investor value and expanding its leadership in the Nigerian and African hospitality sectors. The Naira recorded marginal depreciation across official and parallel markets over the 5 trading days ending July 25, 2025. It closed at 1,534.71 per dollar on Friday, compared to 1,532.54 on Monday, indicating a depreciation of 0.14% at the Nigerian foreign exchange market. In the parallel markets, the Naira traded at 1,532 per dollar on Friday, a slight decline from 1,530 on Monday, representing a 0.13% drop. Meanwhile, Nigeria's external reserves increased by $700 million within the same period, rising from $37.93 billion on July 18th to $38.63 billion on July 24, 2025. The increase reflects improved foreign exchange inflows and investor confidence in the local currency. A report by Commercio Partners highlighted Nigeria's shift from a multi-rate exchange system to a semi-liberalized model. The transition began in April 2023 with the adoption of the willing buyer, willing seller framework aimed at unifying the foreign exchange regime. The Central Bank of Nigeria, under the leadership of Governor Olayemi Kadoze, continues to oversee reforms geared towards stabilizing the FS market. Electronic payment transactions in Nigeria rose to 284.9 trillion in the first quarter of 2025, representing a 22% increase compared to 234.4 trillion in Q1 2024. This data was released by the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System. The transactions were processed through the NIBSS Instant Payment Platform, which supports real-time, account-based interbank payments via various digital channels such as internet banking, mobile apps, USSD, POS terminals, and ATMs. Monthly data showed that January accounted for the highest transaction value at 100 trillion, followed by 88.8 trillion in February and 96 trillion in March. In addition, NIBSS introduced a new system named the National Payment Stack, designed to enhance Nigerians' instant payment infrastructure. The NPS aims to deepen financial inclusion, promote digital payments adoption, and improve public sector payment system, including taxes and government interventions. This development aligns with Nigerians' ambition to build a $1 trillion economy within the next 8 years, with digital payments infrastructure playing a central role in achieving that goal. And that is where we close the curtains for the business news segment for tonight. I am a Soher Osemegie reporting for BeeTv News.
And now looking at the global scenes, where Cambodia has urged an immediate and unconditional ceasefire with Thailand, as intensified border clashes have killed more than 30 people and displaced close to 200,000. Also, tea time with Trump striking balls and deals over 18 holes. BeeTv News correspondent Harmony Agbafo has more on this and more from the global scenes.
Cambodia has called for an immediate and unconditional ceasefire with Thailand amid escalating border clashes that have left over 30 people dead and nearly 200,000 displaced. While Cambodia expressed a desire for a peaceful resolution, Thailand demanded sincerity before engaging in talks. The conflict, which reignited on Thursday, has spread across several provinces, with heavy weapons reportedly in use. Both nations blame each other for starting the violence, and accusations include the use of cluster munitions and attacks on civilian areas. Despite international calls for peace, Thailand has rejected third-party mediation. The clashes stem from a long-standing territorial dispute dating back over a century. Donald Trump's relationship with golf is a blend of passion, business, and politics marked by intense competitiveness and strategic networking. Former aides and players describe him as fiercely focused on the game, often using rounds not just for leisure but to build connections with foreign leaders and influential figures. Though his golf empire includes prestigious courses across the US and abroad, some struggle financially, like his Balmedia course in Scotland. While critics accuse him of cheating and exaggerating his achievements on the course, Trump's love for the sport remains evident, making golf a defining feature of both his public image and private dealings. Gareth Ward, a sitting member of New South Wales Parliament, has been found guilty of sexually assaulting 2 men between 2013 and 2015. A jury convicted him of 3 counts of indecent assault and 1 count of rape, involving victims aged 18 and 24, both of whom met Ward through political circles. Despite resigning from the Liberal Party and his ministerial role when the allegations surfaced in 2021, Ward refused to leave Parliament and was re-elected in 2023. During his trial, which lasted 9 weeks, prosecutors emphasized the striking similarities in victims' accounts, undermining Ward's defense that one incident never occurred and the other was misremembered. He is due to be sentenced later this year. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has announced plans to work with Jordan on airdropping aid into Gaza amid growing international concern over the worsening humanitarian crisis. Despite warnings from the UN and aid agencies that airdrops are inadequate and dangerous, the UK is moving forward following Israel's approval of such deliveries. Starmer also pledged to evacuate critically ill Palestinian children to the UK for treatment and stressed the urgency of addressing the crisis. Meanwhile, pressure is mounting on him to recognize a Palestinian state, with over a third of MPs and leaders like France's Emmanuel Macron backing the move. Starmer says recognition must come as part of a broader peace plan, while critics argue only full border access will stop the man-made famine devastating Gaza. And that is all for now from the global scenes. Harmony Agbafo reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigerian singer Omawumi has refuted claims made by fellow artist Timaya that she and Waje were once ordered out of the recording studio by Burna Boy. The claim, initially made by Timaya in 2023 interview, alleged that the incident occurred after Omawumi and Waje doubted Burna Boy's aspiration of flying on private jets. Legend BeeTv News God Gifts Omone for details and more from the entertainment world.
In a recent interview, Omawumi stated that the alleged incident never happened. She clarified that only time she was in the studio with Burna Boy, Timaya and Waje was in 2010. During a session hosted by Waje, Omawumi added that she left the studio early due to time constraints and denied any confrontation or dismissal by Burna Boy. She expressed displeasure with Timaya's decision to involve her name in a story she considers false, emphasizing that neither Burna Boy nor anyone else had disrespected her in such a manner. In another development, Davido's logistics manager, Israel Afeare, known as Israel DMW, has released details about the upcoming white wedding between Davido and his wife, Choma Roland. The event is scheduled to take place in August 2025 in Miami, Florida, according to Israel DMW. The wedding will span 5 days and will be held at a beachfront location, while the exact date remains undisclosed. He referred to the event as a major gathering expected to include numerous high-profile guests, including billionaires and millionaires. This white wedding follows the couple's traditional wedding, which took place in Lagos 2024. Nollywood actor Jim Iyke has addressed public backlash following his birthday tribute to fellow actress Kate Henshaw. In the tribute, he expressed strong admiration and mentioned previous romantic interest, a statement that many interpreted as inappropriate. Critics, including actor Gideon Okeke, accused Jim Iyke of oversharing and being disrespectful. In response, Jim Iyke stated in an interview with 3FM 102.7 in Ghana that the message was intended as a private expression between longtime friends and was not meant to be sexual or offensive. He maintained that his post was a form of artistic expression grounded in mutual respect and a long-standing friendship, insisting it should not be misunderstood or sensationalized. British jazz icon Dame Cleo Lani has died at the age of 97. Her death was confirmed by her children, Jake and Alec Denkworth, who stated that she passed away peacefully. Dame Cleo was born Clementina Dina Campbell, was widely recognized for her contribution to jazz music, known for her scant singing and extensive vocal range. Over her career, she collaborated with legendary artists, including Ray Charles and Frank Sinatra. She began her professional career in 1951 after joining the Johnny Dankworth 7. In 1973, she and her husband, saxophonist Sir John Dankworth, performed at a sold-out audience in Carnegie Hall. She won a Grammy Award in 1986 for Best Jazz Vocal Performance for her live album, Cleo at Carnegie. Together with Sir John, Dame Cleo founded The Stables, a music venue and charity aimed at promoting music education amongst young people. Sir John passed away in 2010. The family has requested privacy during their time of mourning. Tributes from music institutions and fans have described Dame Cleo as a pioneering artist whose legacy will continue to inspire future generations. And that is it from the entertainment world. Gift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
And lastly, on today's headlines, 3 years after Tobi Amusan wrote her name in the history books by setting a new women's 100-meter hurdles world record and becoming the world champion, Nigerians are celebrating her historic feat. Let's join our BeeTv News sport correspondent Freeman Osawe, who has more on this from Sports News.
Tobi Amusan achieved the unthinkable when she stormed to a new women's 100-meter world record to become the 2022 world champion 3 years after. At the 2022 World Championships in Oregon, the legendary sprint hurdler surprised herself and every sports fan globally when she blazed to a jaw-dropping new world record of 12.12 seconds to win her women's 100-meter semi-final event effortlessly. Not resting on her horse, Amusan came back less than 2 hours, blasting to a faster 12.05 seconds to win the final and win the world title. By doing this, she became Nigeria's first athletic world record holder and world champion in history, and set the whole country ablaze with the ecstasy of her historic accomplishment. Despite not being able to hit that peak in the past 3 years, Amusan remains the pride of Nigeria and one of the GOATs in the country's sport history. Manchester City are on the verge of completing a deal for a new goalkeeper as Edanson's departure draws near. City were forced to act quickly in the goalkeeping market after current number 1 Edansson reiterated his desire to leave the club. He has received an official offer from Galatasaray and negotiations between the two clubs are ongoing. The Brazilian nearly departed last summer, attracting interest from Saudi Arabia, persuaded by Guardiola to stay for another season. City had hoped to negotiate a lower fee, but the newly promoted Premier League side had fame, meaning City will play Trafford's full 40 million release clause. The Jamaica men's sprint team is shaping up nicely to do a possible clean sweep at the World Championship in Tokyo. In an outstanding performance by Brian Level at the rival-facing Australian Open, the rising Jamaica sprinter blazed to a brilliant time of a sub-10 clocking that sent a significant warning to the rest of the men's sprint division. The 21-year-old scorched the track in the men's 100-meter clocking a blistering personal best BP of 9.82 seconds to win ahead of South Africa's Abdurrahman Karim in 10.07 seconds, while Japan's Yoshihide Keiyu settled for third in 10.08 seconds. This means Jamaica has the third fastest men in the world in 2025, Kishane Thompson 9.75 seconds, Brian Level 9.82 seconds, and Oblique Seville 9.83 seconds. That's making a huge statement ahead of the World Championship in Tokyo September. And that's enough sport news tonight. Thanks for listening. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
And that is the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News. I remain Evelyn Izibili. Thank you and have a good night.